Hello, darlings. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel. And for some of you that haven't been around or have been around, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I played pretty much at this point, I can say basically all the games. Not necessarily all the way through, but I know the lore. I can speak a little bit about the whole premises of the Assassin's Creed. And with that being said, some of my followers and friends asked me to do a review over Assassin's Creed Shadows. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. It's something new. I've never done it before. So we're just going to have fun with that as much as we can. There's a lot of the controversies surrounded by this whole premise of Assassin's Creed Shadows. I saw the bits and pieces of the trailer, but haven't seen it all together. So I think what we'll do, we'll look at the trailer without my commentary, because I also want to see it from the beginning to the end, and then maybe we'll go through some bits and pieces here and there and talk about certain things that I'm seeing. Maybe I have some opinion, positive, negative, whatever. And then I have found, well, it was easy to find. You just Google for that. Pages for Assassin's Creed with some information that I would like to go over as well. And since I was going to do it regardless, might as well do it on the stream. So if someone joins and have the questions, we'll try to dig in. Now, a lot of the things that I saw in previous videos, I couldn't necessarily verify or find a credible source of what they were talking about for the majority of the controversial items. So I'm not going to be referencing a lot of them. There's some interesting stuff I might repeat, but again, it's nothing that, none of that I wasn't able to verify myself. So take it with a grain of salt. But the things that I want to verify and I want to look at specifically, like prices, the information, I have the tab, so we'll go back to the source. With that being said, let's full screen this. Let's watch the trailer and then we'll come back and do some commentary.
Who are you? Who do you serve?
All I have ever known in my life. Our land. Our customs. My family. Burns in the name of unification.
You are still a frog in a well, who knows nothing of the sea. The ocean's filled with new ships, but they all come from the same river. Greed. Power. Vengeance.
And you? Will you continue down that river? Or choose another path beyond what we see?
And we must look for it. Together. We must learn to trust. Rebuild.
And follow the blade.
I said, who do you serve? We are the shadows.
That serve the light.
Okay, not gonna lie. The trailer pop. But what did you expect? Ubisoft always put nice trailers, graphics always great. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about it. So there's a few things that kind of catch my attention a little bit. So I'll try to find it and then talk over a little bit. The beginning's nice, the graphics amazing, and I expect for the graphics to be better and better, considering that, well, considering the fact that the previous games, the most recent games, were amazing in terms of the graphics. Even Valhalla, my least favorite game in the franchise, graphics amazing. So the next game, I'm expecting very much to be on par, if not better. Now, he's running, nothing much, nothing else I would add to this. I want to find if I can see a little bit of the details of the outfit. Again, very detailed, graphically sound. He's scared, I like a little bit of sweat, showing that he was running for his life. Again, the details, a lot of the good details. And now, again, it's a trailer, so they probably hypered a lot of the things here for the trailer. Now, what I want to talk about is... Oh, okay, so controversial. One of the first controversies, if we go in order of the trailer, is how she's getting her sword. Because based on some of the experts' opinions, again, I'm not an expert, I don't know, this is just what I saw on internet, is that that's not accurate representation of how the samurai swords have been kitted. Because that's usually reserved for the large swords or heavy swords, and they should be on the side. Now, my opinion on that is that technically, I would say, yeah, for the guys, right? The bulkier, taller guys, and again, Japanese, Asian people, especially back, in the past, even now, they relatively not that tall. So the average height, I think, is maybe 5'6", 5'8". And women, obviously, much shorter than men. So for me, I think it's plausible that she carries the sword on her back because in this game, she's a female. I mean, she looks like a boy, to be honest. I can't even tell if she looks like a boy or girl. But if she's a slender, short girl getting the sword, I kind of see why she would get it on her back, because it's easier, it's heavier for her, and it's easier for her to reach. Potentially, especially if it's a long sword, right? She'll have to have a big handspan to pull it out from her sheath and use it. Now, the other part that is interesting to me, again, in the shadows, Ubisoft original, again, very beautiful, very beautiful. Now, what I want to do, and give me like 2 minutes. I think I left my notes on another table, so let me just give me 2 seconds. Okay, I got them. So again, another part of the controversy is another part of the controversy is you can tell this is my first time doing this, right? Is the fact that a lot of the Japanese streamers pointed out that this is not Japan. It looks a lot like China in terms of the buildings, a little bit of a background. Specifically, well, the buildings, the cities, the decorations. So that's interesting to me because supposedly, and from the previous experience, Ubisoft is usually very, very good with environment settings, cities. Even when I went to Venice, Italy, I could recognize a lot of the landmarks that were in the game from Ezio, from the Brotherhood. So Brotherhood in the first one, the Assassin's Creed 2. So it was interesting to me that for this game, they didn't do their homework, at least based on the Japanese streamers, that they're not using what they're supposed to be using for the settings. Now, this is good, this is prayers. This is, I'm assuming, her father slash assassin master, because that's her background from what I heard. Again, this is the first time myself diving into the details, so I don't know. We'll figure this out. And okay, so that's the shot that made me kind of First of all, they look very similar. You can tell they're related, right? The face, shape, nose, not so much eyes. You can tell they're related. Now, what's a little bit annoying to me, but it's probably just me coming off Valhalla, Eivor being a literal dude, that she doesn't look very feminine. She looks almost androgynous. Like she looks like a boy. But again, in Asia back in the day, it was common of cross-dressing, safer for women to dress like boys. So maybe that's okay. I can't speak on that. But interestingly, when I saw some Japanese YouTubers, a lot of the male had very strong characteristics in terms of the giant jaw lines, the cheekbones, where the females, and I know a lot of the female YouTubers now, they used a lot of the filters. They're much softer, and they don't have that much of the masculine jaw. So for me, if I look at this without any backstory right now, knowing anything, I would say, oh yeah, she looks like a lot of male Japanese streamers that I saw online. She doesn't look like a girl. So that's another thing. I'm thinking that could be Eivor 2.0, or that they just basically merge two sexes into one to appease the crowd that probably doesn't even play the games. So let's continue. So they hear the noise, they hear the village burning. Again, looks like a scared boy. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on with that. So, next controversy. Okay, let's find again very detailed, very good looking game. Um, specifically, okay, so that not the controversy, but what I noticed personally. And I've mentioned that a few times in my previous streams. Back in the day, middle school, high school, I was competing in martial arts. So I'm very familiar how girls fight and how boys fight. Again, I'm not athlete anymore. I don't compete anymore. It's been so long ago. But at my prime, when I was a regional champion and I could beat up a girl fairly easily, I would not be able to beat up a boy of my weight category. Physically, I would have more, I would say, better tactics, better um, fighting knowledge. But if I go against the same weight category against the boy, the sheer strength would basically put me out. So for me, that's interesting here that she was trying to fight the guy, but she got knocked out pretty fast, which is very realistic to me because without any tool, maybe with the knife and being prepared and alert and faster, she would have a chance. Which down the road in the game, you can see that she actually much better against the guys and men. But now without anything, just herself being fast, being knowledgeable in fighting style is not enough. She got knocked down very, very fast, which is very, very, very realistic in my opinion. So good postures. She's very fast. Doesn't help. Now, next controversy, she sees her village being burned, people dead, and that's a big one because I'm not sure how I would feel about this. And she sees the samurai that he turned around and she sees that he is essentially black. Now, the controversy that surrounds this point is interesting to me because I haven't been into the weeds of that controversy, but apparently Resident Evil 5 was blasted, canceled, they're not gonna redo it. It just completely bashed due to the fact that Leon, no, I'm sorry, not Leon. I think that's Claire's brother, Redfield. What's his name? Don't remember. Went to Africa to help locals, and he was essentially killing African local zombies. And that was a controversy because a white male went to Africa to kill locals. And now here we have a black man coming into Japan killing locals. And they're not zombies, they're not mindless tasks, they're people. And it's interesting to me that that was okay to create in terms of as Assassin's Creed franchise, but for Resident Evil, it's just a double standard. Now, what I'm thinking about this, if I'm just coming from my opinion, right, just my opinion, he was brought in against his will. He was essentially a slave. And the fact that he was much taller than everyone, much stronger than everyone, that was his saving grace because he was the novelty. No one saw a man like that. And he was probably stronger than anyone else. And that's why I think the controversy around the fact, was he a shinobi or not? I was like, I think he was at least important because I don't think any thinking tyrant think about, oh, I'm going to throw everything to gain power. And here I have this man who is apparently, that a lot of the historians agreed on, over 6 feet tall, muscular, strong. And let's be honest, a lot of African descendants, men and women, they're generally taller, stronger, faster. So I can see how the tyrant would think, oh, I'm going to keep this guy just carrying my stuff around too. I'm going to dress him up and put him in the front lines because he is the strongest of everyone I have potentially. That's just me hypothetically thinking logically, right? What I would think about, what I would do if I was in that position. So I think he did have some kind of role. And again, no one can verify it, but that would make sense why he would be actually active in these events. So I don't know. I don't have any strong feelings about the fact that they put him in. And that also brings me to the second point, because a lot of the streamers were posing questions around, oh, it doesn't make any sense. Why would she try to recruit him? I don't know what the storyline. I think apparently she recruits him into the Shadows, Assassin's Creed. And I was like, why would she recruit him? Like, he's here killing her villagers, killing her families. But then she probably would have more chance in recruiting him than anyone else. Why? Well, he is a slave. He's not free. He was brought here into this country against his will. So it probably would be easier to persuade him to join Assassin's Creed than anyone else. Plus the fact that he's taller, stronger than anyone around him. It's a bonus. At least that's what I'm thinking. I might be just, I don't know, putting lipstick on a pig, but that kind of makes sense in my mind. Why I should try to recruit him, because he's an outcast, right? Shouldn't go to another Japanese and say, hey, I want to recruit you into Assassin's Creed. I know you killed all the villagers and, you know, all my family and stuff, but I want to recruit you. It's like, no, not going to happen. But here, he's not free. He's enslaved. Maybe doing this against his will, most likely to survive. So should have better chance on making him a double agent than anyone else. So let's go down the memory line. Again, graphics, ships. I like how they did the ships. So much more detailed. Let's go down. Again, a little bit of maybe Valhalla redressing here. Okay, so this is a little bit of a backstory that maybe this is initiation. I don't know enough about it, but again, he is here. He is the only one. Okay, another interesting point, and no, I don't know enough about the structure and the curls of the hair and stuff, but a lot of people were making fun of his hairstyle, of how neat his hairstyle is in terms of the dreadlocks. Again, it's a game, it's stylistic choice. I think it looks amazing, but if you think about historically, he probably would have been shaved bald just because they didn't have tools or ways to take care of his hair. But for the game, I think it looks pretty nice. I have nothing bad to say about it. Again, Invasion. I am assuming that's a bad guy. And I can see he has a big sword, some swords on the side. So I'm assuming he might have... Actually, I don't know. It looks the same. Maybe that's... Do he want this sword from someone? Just speculations at this point. Again, very omnibus. I like it. Here again, and this is kind of, you know, backs up my theory, right? That he's not just getting his swords. These bad guys who are, well, whatever that name of the bad guy is. I wrote it down, but I'm not gonna try to pronounce because I will butcher it. But he would put him on the front lines because he's disposable, he's a slave, he's a novelty, but he's also the tallest and the strongest of probably everyone in his army. So it makes sense why he's in the front lines. Yeah, I mean, again, Resident Evil 5, anyone? Like a guy of a different descent, different race going into the different country and killing locals. Anyway. Okay. Oh, no. Go back. What did I do? Oh, here you go. Okay. Graphics. He sees her. She sees him. Blah, blah, blah. He looks sad. maybe he's doing against his will. And again, maybe he's like sad because he doesn't want to do it. And like interesting part right here, you see, it almost looks like he's crying. Which again, it could be just water, it could be rain, it could be sweat, but he doesn't look like the person that enjoys what he's doing. And then she saw it, and she saw the opportunity to say, okay, he doesn't want to be here, he's an outcast, I have a good chance to recruit him. And she did, based on the trailer, right? She saw him, she's like, what do you choose? I think this is the recruitment process. She's essentially saying, hey man, you don't want to do this. I don't want to be in the situation where my family is getting terminated. Let's join the forces. And I think he would agree because, again, looking at some of this area, like some of the pictures here, doesn't look like he's enjoying what he's doing. And if we apply the little bit of a fantasy here, he almost looks like he's crying, but because he is forced to do what he's doing. So they have an agreement. Maybe he sees at least not the way out per se, but a better goal in his life to actually stand for something versus just killing and wiping up the villages. So they're talking again, very nice details. Again, I'm not sure how like her characters, whatever. Let's go. Okay, that's on the street. So they're walking again. If I'm looking at the sword, let's see if I can find a better view. Here you go. Well, maybe. Here you go. So the sword is almost as big as her. So if you think about woman handspan, right, to pull it out from the side, I don't think she can do it fast enough in a fighting scenario. So for me, because she's a taller, slender, it makes sense why she would carry it on her back, because she can just pull it from her back and include her handspan and fight. But that's, again, I'm not an expert, it's just my theory. Will make sense. I like her outfit. It's not too much like Assassin's Creed-esque, but it's enough to say that she is an assassin, but also I think it's very blendable with everyone else that's wearing. Now he obviously, there's no way he's going to be blending in, but I don't think he's trying to blend in. It's impossible for him to blend in. Even if he put his helmet on and cover his face, he's still the tallest and strongest than everyone around him. So I think his strength is the fact that he is tallest, strongest than anyone else, and he doesn't need to hide. So while everyone concentrating on him, Nai, I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly, can do her shadow things. And that's been confirmed that you have to play by both of them. Just almost the same as Syndicate, where they have Fry twins, very feminine, assassin-like Evie, and then very broy, like a Jockster, Damas, Jacob. Now here it seems like there's some quests specifically for Yasuke, and then some quests specifically for Naoe. And the difference that they say, Ubisoft is saying, is that if you want, but you can play as one of them for the majority of the game. It's just special things, special quests that you have to play as an opposite character, which I think is fine because I don't prefer that, but it's better than being forced 50-50. I prefer to play as the female characters, and I don't like switching between other characters. I like to play as one character throughout the game, just my personal preference. So I don't mind that too much. And the interesting part, romantic options. Both of them will have romantic options, different romantic options, and it doesn't sounds like they will be the same, which makes sense because he's still in the army and she's still just running around in the shadows. So I don't see how they'll have the same romantic options. So that makes sense. Okay, so the knife. that's interesting because that's a new one. And I haven't seen that interpretation of the knife in any other games where it's essentially kind of slide out as a knife. It's not just pops out as a knife. And I'll show you what I mean. And again, he wouldn't be able to blend in. Everyone would be looking at him. And again, look at this. It's you can see it's a little girl, right? Very soft. But again, it's a child, so you can't really compare it to an adult. Okay, let's keep going. I like this. I think it's a good shot. Very obvious. Okay. Oh, this. Okay, so that's what a lot of people say. Like the architecture is not Japanese; it's actually Chinese architecture, from what I saw. I'm not an expert. I can't go one way or another. Maybe. Okay, so she's running. I like the fact that she can use this little bit of the hook. I missed the hook. I think last time the hook was in Syndicate. I love the hook. Okay, if this is real, if this is what you can do in the game, I think it's amazing. I'm actually kind of excited for that. Good fighting. Now she has the knives. She has her little knife, so it makes sense why she's kicking everyone's asses because she's very light, fast. My dog's making noise. I was like, what's going on there? And guys around her wearing very heavy armor, so they used to rely on strength. And she very fast, very agile. So I can see how she is kicking the ass. That she's, decked up, nail teeth. Sounds, it's good. And then our tank is coming through. So she's like a rogue, he's a tank. Makes sense. He's like, I don't care about you see me or you don't see me. I'm gonna plumber through everything. Again, details are very nice. And actually so other Shinobis are wearing these masks. So technically, if you think about, if he wears his mask, the only thing that people will be paying attention to is his height. And then back to this guy. He's trying to attack. Great details. Look at the stuff. It's very nice details. I'm going to give them credit here. Okay. Again, her. And let's see if I can find this shot of, right here. Perfect shot. Never seen that construction, but I think it's fine. It's just, maybe they're trying to avoid cutting her nails off. I'm hoping they'll have a little bit of a background. How did they come up with this design? Because in the previous games, they always explain where the design change is coming from. Originally, when they had to cut the finger off, it was because of the design. They had to cut it off. And then Leonardo da Vinci fixed it to the point when you didn't have to cut your finger off because you can avoid it. Then in Revelations, there's a different design that's a hook blade. Again, haven't seen that hook blade in any other games as far as I can remember. But they explained that's, what they use in Istanbul, like little kids, since they were kids, they would use hook blades because it helped them to hook to the buildings. So that's nice. What other changes did we have? I think that's it. So this is going to be another major change of the assassin blade because it's not strength anymore. It kind of folds a little bit. Okay, what else do we have here? So she kills him and we're done. Okay. I mean, trailer, the game, controversy, I see. At the end of the day, I think there's a hypocrisy happening with the fact that Resident Evil 5 happened and everyone lost their minds. Now people losing their minds as well, but the fact that they created that game, I don't know how to see downvotes. I know it's quite high from what I saw. I think I have to have like an extension that I don't have to see the downvotes, but I know like 3 or 4 times more than the likes. And let's go into the commentary section. Let's sort by top comments. Done pre-order from Ubisoft. The most heroic thing about this trailer is the fact that they left the comments open. That's true. That's true. I would expect them to close the comments, but again, they left it open. A lot of Ghost of Tsushima references. Yeah, nothing saying hiding in plain sight and playing as Black Dude in the feudal Japan. True, true. I think it was just a poor choice of picking um, that character versus a Japanese character. I see how it's interesting. It's a little bit different, and also if you're playing as Yasuke, you experience Japan. At least that's what they're promising as an outsider when you come in into that era. So you like learn about Japan. But again, it's just an excuse, right? Now let's go. I smell heavy ESG financing. That's true. Oops. Let's go back. I accidentally pressed the button. Oh, it's another point. That's a good point. Why is Yasuke a playable character? In all the previous games, historical characters were never playable characters. So it's a new deviation. I don't know. I don't care much about that. It seems odd, and I think it might be just to have an excuse to put a black character into the game, saying, "Hey, we're not making things out of our asses by putting a black character. Here you go. He's a historical character. You can't say anything." Just to backfire big time. Oh, this is a good one. This is actually, I'm gonna like this. This is a good one. So, game in Italy plays as an Italian, which is not quite true because the revelation you're playing as Ezio Auditore, Italian in Istanbul. So it's not quite true. Game in France plays Frenchman. Game Norway plays Norseman. Again, a little bit. Yeah, you start playing in Norway as I'm assuming they're referring to Valhalla, right? You playing as Norse, but then you're moving to UK and you staying in UK. And you're colonizing UK as a Norseman. So again, it's not 50-50, I would say. Then America plays as Native American. Yeah, yeah. That's Assassin's Creed 3, my favorite, top one. This is the first Assassin's Creed game I ever played. So, good. Oh, wait. It's a good life. We had brother. May it never change. Some microtransactions in our game. At least it's not forced. Or at least they haven't been so far. So Now that goes back to Cleopatra controversy. That was complete BS on people who created this newest Cleopatra series. That Cleopatra was black. We're not gonna dive into that. It's a complete different can of worm. But my grandmother always told me, I don't care what they told you in school, but Yasuke was a samurai. Again, based on some historians on internet, they cannot confirm or deny that he was or was not samurai. Especially back in the day, the word samurai was not even used that common, so he could have been. And again, if I'm thinking about from my perspective logically, if I was a bad dude and I had this asset on my team that indentured to me, oh yeah, I'll put him in the front lines. at least I can save my man and put the disposable guy and fight the war for me. So maybe he wasn't samurai in the terms of like the Japanese samurai when it's honorable, and like, I'm assuming it's like a top career aspiration. Maybe he was that samurai because he was a slave essentially, but I'm pretty sure he was probably used in fighting. Oh, sweet baby ink detected. Oh my gosh, yes, definitely, and especially I think around the character design of the female character. It's very androgynous. It's in my opinion looks like boy and a girl. And that's it on the trailer. Interesting. Okay, I like the trailer, not gonna lie. Controversy. I just think it's very hypocritical. Now, would that defer me from playing the game? No. I would probably buy the game. I'll play it as a female character. Um now the question is how and when would I buy the game? So let's go into this page. So this page is Ubisoft page where they essentially promoting the Shadows. That's the trailer that we just saw. Again, details so cool. Oh, we can see that she'll have some smoke bombs, some knives, so very traditional assassins garb. I think Yasuke would just have like strength stuff. I don't see any knife on him. I just see a sword. I know he have a club. Um, so I think he'll just gonna be like a tank, like brutal force, and she'll be more of a assassin slash rogue type. With her little. Oh, wait a second. That's not a hook that she thought it's something else. Oh, interesting. Okay. I think it's the one if you saw Kill Bill, y- Momo. What was her name? The girl that she had this bow and a chain. I think that's what they're going with. It's actually probably would be fun to play with that. And new Creed rises, and then yeah, African samurai of historical legend. I'm not sure about legend, but probably legend. Could be real. He's real, but his significance is could be legend. Explore feudal Japan. Seasons. Okay, I love seasons in games so much. I'm kind of excited for that. And especially, I read, I don't know where I read it, I kind of was just kind of browsing through the pages. But in the summertime, you have shrubs, you have grass to hide in, where in the wintertime, everything's dead. So if you could hide in the bushes before, in the wintertime, you cannot. And you won't be able to be in the lake for a long time because you'll freeze. I think that's a great aspect of the game. So I'm kind of excited for that. Become a shinobi assassin. Again, look at the details. I know it's probably stylized and sharpened for the pictures, but I would expect something similar in the game. Knowing the Ubisoft and the graphics are usually great. Become a legendary samurai. Hey Vinny! Oh, I haven't seen the showcase. I need maybe we'll do a showcase review. I just saw the snippets of the showcase, but this one and the other ones the snippets that I saw was gosh, what was it? Rogue Star Wars. Now that one actually, if I ever play, I'll wait until it goes like 50% discount for sure. This one, I'm working my way toward the prices, so we'll see. But overall, I think this game, controversies aside, could be pretty good, right? That's usually very fast. Usually when they do the showcase, it's a year or 2 years um, ahead in advance. But this time, well, plus I think maybe it's fast and easy for them to create the games nowadays. So now they're saying, oh, here's the game that's coming out, be excited. Or this is the game coming next year, be excited. But yeah, that's actually what's interesting. I think I used to watch showcases back, some years ago. And yeah, you're right. They were used to be like, this is the game that we're gonna come out in 5 years. Oh, information. Explore the scout your surroundings to gather vital intel. Ooh, oh, I hope they're gonna bring back the mechanics of recruiting assassins. So maybe you can recruit the spies and send them out on some missions like Brotherhood and Revelation. I actually like that mechanics a lot. New target, where you recruit several allies with highly specialized skills and abilities to help accomplish your missions. So that sounds like GTA 5 when you have to create your crew for the heists. So that could be interesting because you need to find specials subject matters essentially for your quests. So that could be interesting. A lot of the things in this game, at least from what I'm reading and seeing, I like. Controversy aside, I think everything sounds great so far. So play it your way. Can I click on the stuff? No? Okay. So Naui, trained as a shinobi assassin from Iga province, sets out to travel through Japan for revenge to fulfill an impossible promise. I guess there's some kind of promise. It's like, oh, I'm going to avenge my village. Yasuki, after completing his training to become a skilled samurai, I think he just was forced, at least I'm thinking, find a new purpose, confronting the demons of his past. So again, kind of makes sense that he is a slave. He was, easier to persuade to join Assassin's Creed than anyone else. The details, very nice. I honestly like his character creation much, much more than hers. Now, at least from this side, she looks very feminine. But when you look at her from the front, she looks like a boy. So this is why I'm thinking they've like modified her character a little bit to put maybe male characteristic on her face, similar to what they did to Star Wars. Because from this side, she looks like a female. You can clearly see she looks like a female. It looks like she has a scar, maybe from the hit that she received at the beginning of the trailer. Pre-order. We'll get to that in a second. And I saw that when I saw that they have a dog. If I can get a dog. Thrown to the dogs. Help a loyal dog avenge his late master. How much do I like dogs to pre-order the game? Do I like them enough to play? And this is actually, it looks like, honestly, it looks like American Akita, which I would love to have. If both of my dogs, they're seniors, so if one of them pass out, hopefully not anytime soon, I want to get American Akita. And this dog looks just like American Akita. And they have a quest, but that's a pre-order bonus quest. So we'll see. TBD. Okay, so Gold and Ultimate Edition. So we'll go into this page in a second. But base game, you get just a base game. 3-day early access. They can take it to jump off the cliff. Who cares? It's a single player game. Why do you need an early access? They're just lacking the freaking game behind release date. Pre-order bonus thrown to the dogs. Now, I need to find out more somehow. If you do this quest, will you have a dog permanently? Because if you will, I might actually do it, but we'll see. And then Ultimate Pack is just a garbage, in my opinion. So you get character packs, so just cosmetics. I mean, cosmetics looks nice. You get a dragon. I don't know how to see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Here you go. Some decorations, 5 skill points, whatever. Again, it's not multiplayer, it's a single player. Who cares? Red dragon photo filter. I don't care. Okay. And then Discover Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition. Oh my gosh, hold on. They have a collector edition? How much this thing? I didn't see that. That's new to me. So you can get the collector edition, which is you get the figurine, you get the map. What is it? Katana Tsuba. Oh, it's a ring over a katana. Art book, 84 pages. Okay, so it's a real art book. Oh, I like this picture. And then scroll. Who wants to guess how much this thing is? I want to say $300. What does it include? Okay, an Ultimate Edition copy of the game, high quality physical collector's items, so character statues, spellbook case. Wait, spellbook case. Oh, it's probably this one. Okay. Collector's art book, 84 pages. 84 pages is not bad for art book. Katana shop, Tsuba, world map, wall scroll, and two. I'm not sure what that is. I'm assuming it's this thing. Okay. Oh, we have pictures. Why can I make him bigger? Okay. The quality is actually pretty nice based on the pictures. The details are nice. Okay. So got the items. Let's see what the price. So I said $300, right? Let's see. PlayStation 5. How much? I was so close. $280 without taxes. Oh man. I mean, okay, well, no. Who knows? What's generally collector edition goes for? Few $100? $500? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't seem unreasonable to me. $300 for the figurine, for the art book, 84 pages of art book, some other stuff, and the game that's already $130. So you technically get $130, you get physical things for about half of the price of the game. So I don't know. I can't judge. I think it's reasonable to me. I would not pay it. I don't care. I don't need it. But $300, okay. Not horrible. Let's go into this. Oh, this page. Okay, this page pisses me off. Because look at this bullshit. Okay, I'm sorry. Look at this bullshit right here. You get the base game, $70 for the base game. And you get a pre-order bonus. But then you get $110, again, without taxes. I don't know when they start charging taxes. I don't remember paying taxes on digital games until recently. I think I've noticed in the past year they start adding taxes, which I was like, what the hell? So let's assume 10%, right, in taxes. So that gold edition, when in general the gold edition would be like $80, $90, $100. I'm looking at you, Starfield. $100. It's 120. Now, this thing, Ultimate Pack. Okay, that's garbage. Why do you need it? Like, I would not recommend personally. Now, this thing, that's what I'm super conflicted about, because number one, they have pre-order bonus. They had the same thing with Valhalla. You get the pre-order quest that was Berserker quest, which I liked. It was very emotional. It was very nicely put together. I actually connected to that character. I think that quest worth the pre-order. It was very good. So I'm kind of hoping the dog bonus thing would be a good one as well. Don't care about this. A season pass. So this is another interesting one. Season Pass includes a bonus quest on day one with additional unlockable content as well as 2 upcoming expansions. Okay, so if you think about that, 2 upcoming expansions. So they're not out yet. It's a future. So it's essentially your season pass, right? You Gold Edition and you get a season pass. So if we're thinking about $70 for the base game and then $50 extra, so $25 for 2 expansions. I have a controversial opinion on that because if you look at season passes on other games, Elden Ring, for example, or Valhalla had Ragnarok, they were priced at what, $40-$50? So you get 2 upcoming quests for the price of 50. So buy one, get one essentially. So if we think about that, base game pre-order bonus, which coming from Valhalla experience, their pre-order quest was very good. So I'm hoping this pre-order quest will be good as well. And season pass, which is 2 expansion packs, not one. I think in the past, if I'm not mistaken, there was just 1 expansion pack. You get 2 expansion packs. So in that aspect, I might pre-order it for the Gold Edition. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but I'm leaning toward pre-ordering Gold Edition for the pre-order bonus and season pass and the base game. Why? Because I pre-ordered Starfield for $100. I hate the guts out of the game, and it's a Bethesda game. So I feel like it's an Assassin's Creed game. I know Valhalla was garbage, but they're going back to Assassin roots, and they have additional context coming up that included, and the pre-order bonus. Now I could wait until Christmas holidays, and buy it and maybe 20-30% off. So that will be what, $80, $70 for the game. But then we're gonna lose the pre-order bonus. Which, if we think about this, right, $120 we'll get base game, pre-order bonus, quest, and then 2 additional. So we get 3 bonuses, 3 games, 3 quests. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. 3 quests and the base game. So if we go by the fact, where's my calculator? I had my calculator, but thank you. So let's say I'm actually thinking about this too. That's a great point because you can technically buy or pre-order the standard edition for $70 and get the pre-order bonus and then wait for the season pass to go on sale. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm trying to calculate because if we have $70, so 120, let's do $80 with the taxes. So 120 and 80, so it's $40 for 3 additional quests, right? So you technically, is that right? 2 additional quests if we're not taking the pre-order bonus. So $80 for the base game and the pre-order bonus, and then $40. So you paying $20 each for the season pass. So I actually agree, Vinny. I think it would be the best solution is to pre-order the base game standard edition for $70 to get the pre-order bonus, and then wait until the season pass go on sale. From what I heard, this game is massive. So by the time you finish playing half of the game, I don't even think if this come out. Wait a second, get an extra 20% off with the code Ubisoft20. Are you wait, is that? Wait, would that? Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold on. Ubisoft 20. let's try it. Let's try it. Do you see this right there at the top? Get an extra 20% off with code Ubisoft 20. Let's try it. Pre-order. We're going to PS5. Oh shoot, this is gonna take me to PlayStation. I don't want to put my information, obviously. Let's see. Oh, dude, there's an asterisk. Hold on. Where's the asterisk? Okay, let's go back. Nope. Damn it. Okay, hold on. I didn't see the asterisk. Let's try it again. Oh no, that's I know, right? That's what I'm thinking. There's no way. There's no way. How okay, how do I go back to the page? Because I think I'll have to put my information to do that. Oh, here you go. No, I don't see the aesthetics. Get an extra 20% off with code Ubisoft 20. I want to try it. I want to see if it works. You know what? Let me do it offline. Let me see if I can like separate this out. Okay. I will put my information to everyone on the internet. Okay. Give me a second. Let's see. I want to try it. I want to try it. So I'm going to pre-order. So PS5. Okay. And then let's sign in. Okay. Give me just a second. Wow, if that works. If that works, it's gonna be epic. Okay. Bear with me, it takes forever to sign in. I don't see. Okay, so I am. Yeah, it's $120. So the tax is literally $9.79. But I don't see the way to put a code. I don't see pre-order and pay. Confirm. Yeah, so there's no way for me to put in the code. I don't see a way to do that. See details. Okay. I'll play around with that, and then in my next stream, probably not today's streams, I'm gonna play Revelation. If I figure this out, I'll let everyone know. But yeah, so right now I'm on the pre-order page. I click the pre-order. It asks for my payment information, and it doesn't have a way to put a code. Yeah. Okay. Too good to be true. Oh shit, I closed the window. Too good to be true, for sure. Let's go back. Oh wait, where's it coming? November 15. Ooh, do you know what that means? If it's coming in November, it's probably not going to be on sale for January, or I'm sorry, for December. the Christmas. Unless maybe we'll get lucky. So yeah, get an extra 20% off. Oh, wait. Oh, you have to click on it. Oh yeah. Yeah, nope. Okay, that's the only games that's on sale right now. Actually, you know what? Let me finish talking about my last point about the pre-order and the prices, and then we'll take a look at what's 20% off. So my final point, and it's also psychology playing into that, because they have this Join Now Ubisoft membership, which is $18. And they put it right next to the expensive one. So you would think, right? If they put everything going left to right, cheapest to most expensive, 70, 110, blah, 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 they'll put it to the left because this is the cheapest option. No, they put it to the right. And that's an interesting point that I heard online. I think Asmagot mentioned that. That I'm like, that actually makes so much sense. They put it next to the expensive one to have a contrast of, hey, you can get everything, the entire thing, for $18 a month. So a lot of people, I am guaranteeing you, will join. Now, here's the thing, and I'm speaking from the experience. A lot of the times when I sign up to something, and I know $18 a month could be a lot for some people, but I think for some gamers or people that love the games, it could be like reasonable. But think about this. How many people sign up, play for a month or two, and cancel it? Not that many. And if we take $18 and we multiply by 4 months, let's say, it's already $72. So in 4 months, can you finish a game in 4 months? I couldn't. I played Valhalla nonstop for a few months. I didn't even reach the half point of the game. So I'm taking 4 months as a general. So in 4 months, paying $18, you're already paying more than the game itself, the standard edition. Let's think about 6 months, $108. So in a half a year, paying $18 a month, you might as well buy a gold edition, and you, quote unquote, own it. Exactly. And that's also from my personal experience, because sometimes I sign up for something. It used to be Netflix when it was $9, and it's like, oh, $9, it's not a big deal. And then a month after month after month, I haven't watched Netflix at all, but I keep paying. So in 3 months, I wasted $30 for the services I haven't even touched. So a lot of people, they'll sign up for this, especially if it's a pocket change for them, it's not that much. They'll probably be paying this for a year. So check this out. So $18 multiplying by 12, it's $216. So if you pay for this subscription for a year, you'll be paying, you can buy 2 Ultimate Edition games. Now, the plus side, technically, if you're paying $18 and you want to play other games like Star Wars Rogue thing, then maybe in a year, if you finish both games, that might make a sense, because I think you can bundle them, right? And you have 100 plus PC games, premium edition, monthly rewards, cancel and come back anytime, new release and 100 plus games, blah, blah, blah. Now, majority of the games, I already have them for free. Like 50% of them, I already have them for free. Other 50%, I don't care about. I don't want to play them. I would never play them. So if you're thinking about in terms of shadows, if you subscribe and you forget, in a year, you'll be playing double. So you'll be paying for 2 Ultimate Editions. So, I don't know. If you want to try it, but put like 5 reminders on your calendar to cancel it after a month or 2, that might be a good option. I would not go for that. I know myself. I'll probably forget about it for like a month or 2. It's not a good option for me. But yeah, that's interesting that, how they put it next to the most expensive one, saying hey, it's a cheaper one. Come over to the dark side. Join the cult. Um, yeah, no, I would not recommend. Personally, would not gonna use it. From personal experience, would not recommend because unless you very meticulous about your subscriptions and your calculations and you know what you want and you know when you're gonna get it and you know you buy this in 4 months you finish the game and you have 5 reminders to cancel your subscription, that would make sense. But then what if you want to go back and play the game again? You have to resubscribe, right? Or maybe by then the game will go on sale, but then again you have to resubscribe or buy a discounted game for the price that you already paid for it. So I don't see any positive ways or anything to justify the subscription because regardless, if you finish a game in 4 months and you want to come back to it in a year, and yeah, it could be on sale, it could be maybe not free because usually it takes about 4 or 5 years for the game to go free, maybe shorter with how often we get good games, maybe 3 years. It will be free. But let's say before that you want to go back, you have to restart it and pay the same. Or you can buy a discounted game for the price that you already paid. And it's just no good justifications for that. Now, Gold Edition, I think Vinny, I think that what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna pre-order a standard edition just to get the bonus. And then we're going to be playing it and waiting until the season pass goes on sale. Because season passes go on sale faster than the games. And I remember from Ragnarok or Valhalla, and I wasn't interested in that. I didn't care. But I remember it came out for, was it $30? And then a few months down, or when there was the next holiday, it went down to like almost 50% or something. So, kind of expecting the same here. Plus, this game should be massive, tons of things to do. So, I wouldn't even feel like I'm missing anything with not doing this additional unlockable context. Now, and this is me flip flopping, trying to justify and figuring out a future essentially. It says upcoming expansions. So they're not going to come out anytime soon. So they might be coming out for the holidays or maybe the next holidays or whatnot. So technically, and I think that's a trick as well. That's a trick that Ubisoft is doing. They're saying, hey, you can buy it right now. You can pre-order to hype up the game and buy it for full price because this is upcoming. So when it comes out, you get it automatically. So what I'm thinking what's going to happen, you buy the game, you're not going to get expansions, obviously, because it's upcoming. And then when they come out in, let's say it comes out in November, you get one expansion for Christmas time, it will be full price. Then the next holiday, or maybe spring, you get a second expansion, it's going to be a full price. And then you have to wait until the next Christmas to get the season pass on sale. So you have to wait about a year to get a discounted season pass because it's upcoming expansions. So that's something also you have to consider about this. You know what? Maybe I'll get a bonus at work and I'll be fine spending $120 on the Gold Edition. But at the same time, if I buy a standard edition and then the season pass come out, meaning the game come out, the trailer come out, and I will look at that gameplay and it's like, oh, this is garbage. I don't want that. I don't want to do that quest. I wouldn't have to because I wouldn't have to buy it. And same goes for the second expansion. When it comes out, say, oh, it's not expansion. And it's garbage. I don't want it. Or it could be amazing, and I want both of them. You just doesn't know. It's just playing. They're just playing. So far, at least from my point, I'm going for standard edition pre-order to get the pre-order bonus. And then maybe wait for the season pass to go on sale. Or depending how much more information, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be more stuff coming out before it goes, before November. Depends on how much more information we'll get. I might actually get this Gold Edition. Definitely not this garbage, not this garbage either, but the Gold Edition could be justifiable for the 2 expansion packs. We'll see. Based on Valhalla and based on Odyssey, which is Odyssey, my second favorite game, I didn't like expansions. I bought all for Odyssey and even Origin on sale, and I played them and I didn't like them. Valhalla, I didn't. I pre-ordered, but I didn't buy the expansions because I didn't like them. Yeah, exactly. But that's also comes with the Ubisoft store. That's been forever. That's been Ubisoft store was operational forever. So I don't know how new it's gonna be because you can technically buy all that extra like microtransactions in a sense, um, regardless, even in the current games. But the expansion packs that I'm talking about more like a gameplay, like Ragnarok. I I didn't care about that at all. I think it's right now $20 or $15 on sale. I'm not even gonna bother buying this. I don't want to even play it because it's mythical, um, Norse mythology Ragnarok. I don't like Valhalla already. So that's also another thing. Could these 2 expansions be the expansions that I wouldn't care about? I wouldn't want to play at all, right? $50 for things that I wouldn't care. Eh, things, yeah, quite a few things. We have time to think about it, but at least we can expect little dogs in my game thrown to the dogs. Now, to wrap this up before I take a quick break and then go back streaming Revelation, I want to see what's on sale right now and what I would recommend and not recommend, or what I would have, what I have already. So Avatar, I don't care about this game. A lot of people love it. A lot of people saying it's Far Cry 5, and it's first person. First person is a no-no. The only first person game that I would play is Cyberpunk 77 because it doesn't. They fixed the game to the point when it doesn't give me nausea when I'm playing as a first person. But in general, I stay away from the first person games. So that's a no. God no. Skull and Bones, please don't. Ubisoft, if you ever want to sponsor me, please sponsor me. But God no. Skull and Bones, Yeah, I was going to this one. Mirage right now is 50% off. So if you want to buy Mirage, go for it. Good game. Have nothing bad to say. I did start playing this, but then I switched back by popular demand. I switched back to Assassin's Creed 2, and I'm kind of going order right now. So I will go get back to Mirage at some point in the future. But I like it. It's not horrible. Storyline is okay. Gameplay is good. Graphics good. $25 justifiable. Prince of Persia, not my thing, not my style. It's a 2D type of game, and that's not even the Prince. But it does play on Nintendo Switch from what I'm seeing here, so could be justifiable if you play Nintendo. The Crew, isn't that the game that Ubisoft is canceling? No, it's not. It's not a good sign that within a year it's 50% off, but it's also not a full-blown game, right? Because it came out as $50. Well, I think I paid $60 for a digital deluxe pack. But it's not it is a freestanding game, but it was an extension of Valhalla, essentially. So I know how, I kind of see why people weren't that interested into that game because it's, it should have been an expansion to Valhalla, not a freestanding game. So I see how it wasn't that popular and why it went down, so fast. And that's kind of good indication when the game down on sale so fast is that they're not selling enough. So the company just want to offload them as soon as possible. So it's not a good sign, but again, it's not a freestanding original story. It's extension of Valhalla, and it should have been an expansion pack. They just wanted extra money for quote unquote freestanding game to charge $20 more. Because if that was an expansion, that would be maybe $30, not $50, not $60. So they just wanted a quick buck by saying that it's a freestanding game, and they might be removing a lot of the storyline from Valhalla, but it's an expansion. So that's kind of, it seems okay to me. It's not the best, but it seems justifiable why it's 50% off right now. Crew, 50% off. Don't know a lot of the details about it, but from what I heard, the game is discontinuing. So I'm quite surprised why it's $35, unless it's a different game. I would think that would be free. The Division 2, holy shit, it's $10. But the standard edition. Okay. Now, I would recommend. That's probably one of my favorite third-person multiplayer shooter game of all time. Highly recommend. $10. God damn. I did buy it years ago, so 75% after. Let me think. When did I buy it? 2017? 2016? So 8 years. It's a good value. After 8 years, it only went down to 75%. Oh, and it includes, it includes New York expansion too. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, highly recommend. I bought the expansion separately too when it came out, I think 4 years ago. Great game. Very repetitive for my personal taste, so I kind of go to it, binge it for a few months, and then have a break for a few years and not touch it. Great graphics. Very stable. My favorite, number one multiplayer shooter, third person. $10, damn. But again, this game is like, what, 8, 9, 10 years old? Now, Valhalla for $15, that's interesting because that came out way after the Division. Not my favorite, bottom of the barrel for me. Because it's not an assassin game, it's more of a warfare game. And I don't know if I'm using warfare game in the right context, but it's essentially you just fighting through everything as a group. It's not a stealth game. Haven't played that. For Honor, haven't played any of them. Don't know anything about that. What else do I have? Now, Assassin's Creed Unity, if you have PS5 subscription, it's actually on free on PS5 right now. Same goes for this one. It's free on PS5. Assassin's Creed. Wait, is that the first game? It is the first game. Ooh, you know what? No, wait, that's not what I need. I want to see. Hold on. That's the first game. Are you serious? You want me to pay $18 a month? Whatever. Okay. It is the first game. Oh my gosh, this is the first time I found the game. But I think it's only for PC game. Hold on. Select edition. Yeah, it's only available on PC. Do I want it or do I want it? Because I usually save 4 months with Ubisoft Plus early plan. Go away. Because then I can go back to this game and play it. You know what? I almost lost my marbles with Assassin's Creed 2 just because of how old the mechanics were. Crap. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Okay. But I found the version for $5. And I don't know, is this some kind of holiday going on? Because that's originally $19. Origin, I don't know if you can get it for free, but $9, very reasonable. Far Cry 6, $36. Game of the Year edition. What? Wait, they sold this game for $120. Are you for real? Is that? Is that right? Did they sell this game for $120? I don't know. I don't follow the game, to be honest, right? It's a first person. But if they've been selling the game for $120 already, I mean, that go away. Stop showing me that. It kind of makes sense. Wait, what's that? Is this some kind of fantasy? Is Far Cry a fantasy game? What's going on here? Jetpacks. Oh yeah, it's a first person. I was just like, is it third person? It's a first person. Interesting. When did that came out? 8 out of 9, 9, 9, 9. I mean, I heard great things about the game, so. Okay, Gold Edition, look at this. $100. Game of the Year Edition. So, when did it came out? That's what I want to see. Because they increased this game, the new game, The Shadows, by $10. Okay. Can someone tell me when this game came out? Okay, release date October 2022. Oh, thank you, Vinny. Wait, what? October 5th, 2023? But it says October 6th, 2022. 2021. Oh, no, I think 2021 was the Far Cry 5, right? So let's think about inflation. So in 2022, this game, Gold Edition, was $100. So they increased it by $10 in 2 years. So unless this is not the original prices, kind of makes sense. It's still a freaking ripoff, but kind of makes sense. Let's go back here. $2, Prince of Persia. Horrible reviews from what I saw. Okay. Oh, Brotherhood, $5. Again, you can get it for free if you have PS5 subscription. Highly recommended. $12. God damn. Revelation is $6. Again, got it for free. Syndicate, I have it for free. Actually, I did buy this game when it came out. I basically bought most of the games, Assassin's Creed games, when they came out, but that was on different platforms. And now what I'm playing right now on PS5, I got them for free because my older versions no longer compatible, so I had to upgrade them regardless. Would have to upgrade them regardless. Rogue. Okay, I got this for free now for PS5, but I had the games. I had all the Assassin's Creed games since Assassin's Creed 3, but you can get them for free now. Tom Clancy, The Division. So this is the original one. I never played that one. But some people saying that this is actually better than the 2. So what else we have? This is expansion. Yeah, just get it for $10. You get an expansion included in the $10 edition. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I love Syndicate. That was my favorite. Watch Dog. That was a good one. And then they kind of just never improved on it. And the latest one, I don't care about the latest one. Watch Dogs 2 was a good one. I played the original one. It was a little bit stiffy. I liked the second one. Never finished it, unfortunately. It kind of just, there's just so much stuff going on. It was giving me headaches. Legion Bloodline. So Legion, I don't play that. I didn't play that, didn't like it because you had to switch between the characters. I hate that. And what else is good? Valhalla. The Siege of Paris. So I got that, but I think I got it in my pack. Wait, what's this? Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Maybe something first played. Do I have that game? I think I have that game. No, I don't. Maybe, oh, I have to check. Valhalla, Wrath of the Druids, I have that. Never, I don't think I played that. I played that quest. Can't remember right now. I don't think I did. I have that quest. I don't think I did. Oh, the Dreadful Crimes. Oh, that was my favorite in Syndicate. Like the Dreadful Penny essentially was a magazine back in the past that described like dreadful stories, Jack Raper, Dr. Hyde, stuff like that. And this was based on the stories. So your quest lines, you discover you almost like a Sherlock Holmes looking for clues and discovering who did the crimes. That was my favorite expansion of all the times. It's so much fun. I'm still gonna play that when I get to that. And the remaining games. Oh, The Last Maharaja, I played that. It was okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay, well, some good games on sale. Most of them you can get on for free if you have PS5 subscription. But good value on some of them. Yeah. Nothing else to say. Well, that concludes my overview and deep dive and fact checking to a degree for Assassin's Creed Shadows. I might do another one. I might never do another one. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a Star Wars next Sunday. I'll think about it. But yeah. Overall, final conclusion. Outside of the controversy and hypocrisy of this game and having a character, controversial character in the game, everything else sounds attractive to me, like the seasons and the storylines and extra things that you can get. If it wasn't for the controversy, it would be on my top pre-order, whatever the price thing. I would get it. Now the second part, what would I buy? I would definitely pre-order a base game because I would get access to this little thing right here, the bonus quest. Because Valhalla bonus quest was very good. I like that a lot. So it was for me worth the money. So I'm expecting the same. And there's a dog involved. I mean, I love dogs. So I will probably get that. Now, the second option is $110 that I'm still considering because it includes 2 expansions. Now, and that's the reason why I'm considering it, because if I'm thinking about Origin and IDC, I liked 1 or 2 expansions. I didn't like all of them. For Valhalla, same thing. I liked 1 out of 3 that I had, because I had Paris, Irish one. I had the one on the island when you met Cassandra. I actually liked that one. That's the only one I liked. I didn't like the one when you play as Thor in this mythical realm. I didn't like that at all. I'm not a huge Norse mythology fan. I'm more of a Greek mythology fan. And I didn't buy Ragnarok because I didn't care about that at all. So the percentage of expansions that I like lowers with the newer games. So I'm not sure if it would make sense to me to buy a gold edition with expansions if I wouldn't care about them to begin with. Because when they come out, they will be full price. But I can kind of see and choose, do I like it? Do I want to play it? Or should I just save myself $20, $25 and ignore it? Or wait until it goes on sale? So a lot of things, but I will be buying base game pre-order for sure, at least. I will make my decision around September-October timeframe. I'm hoping there's going to be more information coming out, so maybe they'll have a little bit more information on the expansions or expansion ideas that might sway my opinion. And obviously Ubisoft, if you want to give me a code for the game, I won't be mad at that. I am a huge fan. One of the very few you have left. But that's it for tonight. I'm gonna take a break. Vinny, thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm gonna take a break and then I'll come back streaming Assassin's Creed Revelation. So thank you. Until next time.